When I say ancient structure, what comes to mind? The pyramids of Giza? Stonehenge in England? Those are definitely old, but what if I told you there's a place on Earth that's more than twice as old as both of them? A place that completely rewrites the story of human civilization. Get ready, because we're heading to southeastern Turkey to uncover the secrets of Göbekli Tepe, the oldest known temple in the world. This isn't just old, it's prehistoric. Archaeologists have dated this site to around 9600 BCE. That's a mind-boggling 11,500 years ago. To put that into perspective, this structure was built 6,000 years before Stonehenge and 7,000 years before the Great Pyramid. It's so ancient that it existed in a world without pottery, without writing, and even before the invention of the wheel. For decades, the story of civilization went something like this. Humans first learned to farm, then they settled down into villages. And finally, with the stability of agriculture, they had the time and resources to build complex societies and monumental structures. Göbekli Tepe turns that entire timeline on its head. The incredible people who built this site weren't farmers. They were hunter-gatherers. That's right, nomadic people, who we once thought were solely focused on day-to-day survival, somehow organized themselves to create this architectural marvel. This discovery suggests that it might have been the other way around. Perhaps the shared belief and the collaborative effort required to build a massive ceremonial center like this was the very catalyst that encouraged people to settle down and develop agriculture to feed the workers. It's a massive shift in our understanding of the dawn of civilization. So what exactly is Göbekli Tepe? It's a complex of massive, circular, and oval-shaped structures. The most striking features are the dozens of T-shaped limestone pillars, some standing over 18 feet tall and weighing up to 10 tons. Imagine the sheer effort it took for a pre-agricultural society to quarry, transport, and erect these colossal stones without the help of domesticated animals or metal tools. It's an engineering feat that defies explanation. And these pillars aren't blank slates. They are covered in intricate carvings, like a prehistoric art gallery. You'll find detailed reliefs of animals: snakes, foxes, boars, gazelles, and vultures. What's fascinating is the symbolism. Many experts believe these pillars are stylized human figures, with the horizontal part representing a head and the vertical shaft a body. The animal carvings might represent different tribes, spiritual guardians, or stories from their mythology that we can only guess at. The purpose of Göbekli Tepe is still one of archaeology's greatest mysteries. Its layout, with no signs of domestic life like cooking hearths or houses, strongly suggests it wasn't a settlement. It was a place of ritual, a temple, a pilgrimage site. A place where different groups of hunter-gatherers would come together to connect, to worship, and to share in a common purpose. It might have been a place to conduct ceremonies for the dead, as some carvings of headless figures and vultures, often associated with death rituals, suggest. After about 1,000 years of use, something strange happened. The people who built Göbekli Tepe intentionally buried it. They filled the entire complex with dirt, rocks, and animal bones, preserving it perfectly for millennia until its rediscovery in the 1990s. Why would they bury their own sacred temple? Was it to protect it? Was it a ritual act to decommission the site? We simply don't know, and this adds another layer of profound mystery to the site. Göbekli Tepe is more than just a pile of old stones. It's a window into a lost world, a testament to the sophisticated spiritual and social lives of our distant ancestors. It proves that humanity's desire to create, to connect with the cosmos, and to build something magnificent for a higher purpose is as old as civilization itself, and perhaps it's what created civilization in the first place, far beyond the Roman Empire, beyond even the pharaohs of ancient Egypt. We're heading to the serene Mediterranean island of Gozo, part of the Maltese archipelago, to uncover one of humanity's greatest architectural mysteries, the Gigantica temples. Imagine standing before a structure so ancient it makes the Great Pyramids of Giza look like a recent development. That's exactly what you experience at Gigantica. Built around 3600 BCE, these temples predate the pyramids by a staggering 1,000 years and even Stonehenge by over 500. This isn't just old. It's a profound link to our deep prehistoric past. The name Gigantica comes from the Maltese word for giant, and when you see it, you'll understand why. Local folklore tells of a giantess who built these temples in a single night while nursing a child. Looking at the sheer scale of the construction, it's easy to see how such legends were born. The outer walls are made of enormous coralline limestone megaliths, some weighing over 50 tons and standing more than 5 meters high. How did a society without the wheel or metal tools quarry, transport, and erect these colossal stones with such precision? It's a question that has baffled historians and archaeologists for generations. As you step through the monumental entrance, you're not just entering a ruin. You're walking into a sacred space that has stood for nearly 6 millennia. The complex consists of 2 separate temples, side by side, enclosed by a single massive boundary wall. The layout is a clover-leaf shape with a series of semicircular chambers or apses connected by a central corridor. The floors were once paved, and the inner walls were coated with plaster and painted with red ochre, traces of which can still be faintly seen today. Inside these apses, archaeologists have discovered altars, animal bones, and libation holes, suggesting that complex rituals took place here. What were they for? The prevailing theory is that Kagantija was a center for a fertility cult. Numerous statuettes and figurines found on site, depicting full-figured women, support this idea. These weren't just buildings. They were vibrant hubs of belief, places where our ancestors gathered to worship, to make offerings, and to connect with the divine forces they believed governed their world. Yet for all that we've discovered, the people who built Kagantija remain shrouded in mystery. We don't know what they called themselves or what language they spoke. They were a sophisticated and organized society of farmers who thrived on this small island, leaving behind these incredible temple complexes as their only legacy. Then, around 2500 BCE, their civilization simply vanished, leaving us with these silent stone giants. What happened to them? Was it climate change, resource depletion, or social upheaval? The temples offer no clear answers, only more profound questions. Standing within the ancient walls of Kagantija, you can feel the weight of history. You can almost hear the echoes of ancient chants and feel the energy of a long-lost civilization. It's a humbling experience that connects you directly to the dawn of human ingenuity and spirituality. It reminds us that our history is far richer and more complex than we often imagine. These stones are not just a monument. They are a testament to the enduring human spirit and our timeless quest for meaning. England, to unravel the secrets of one of the world's most iconic and enigmatic monuments, Stonehenge. Imagine standing before a circle of colossal stones, some weighing as much as 25 tons. That's like 4 adult elephants. Now picture this. These magnificent stones were erected between 3000 and 2000 BCE, long before the invention of the wheel or modern machinery. This isn't just a pile of rocks. It's a prehistoric masterpiece that has baffled historians, archaeologists, and engineers for centuries. So, where did these massive stones even come from? The smaller blue stones have been traced all the way to the Preseli Hills in Wales, over 200 kilometers away. The larger sarsen stones, while more local, still had to be moved from about 30 kilometers away. How did our Neolithic ancestors, with only primitive tools, transport these behemoths across such vast distances? Did they use log rollers, sledges, or perhaps a method so ingenious we haven't even conceived of it yet? The sheer human effort and organizational skill required is almost beyond comprehension. It would have taken generations of people, all working together for a common, mysterious purpose. Once the stones arrived, another puzzle begins. How were they lifted and placed with such precision? Some stand over 9 meters tall. Look closely at the top of the uprights. You can see mortise and tenon joints, a sophisticated woodworking technique, but carved in solid stone. This tells us the builders weren't just strong. They were incredibly skilled craftsmen with a detailed architectural plan. This wasn't random. It was deliberate, calculated, and built to last for millennia. But the biggest question of all is, why? What was the purpose of this great stone circle? One popular theory points to the heavens. Stonehenge is aligned with the movements of the sun. On the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, the rising sun shines directly through the heart of the monument. On the winter solstice, the shortest day, it aligns perfectly with the sunset. This suggests Stonehenge could have been a giant astronomical calendar, used to track the seasons for farming or to mark important celestial events. Another compelling theory is that Stonehenge was a sacred site for rituals and ceremonies. Archaeological discoveries of human remains in the area suggest it might have been a place of healing or a ceremonial ground for honoring the dead. Perhaps it was a place where different communities gathered, A neutral ground for trade, celebration, and connection. Was it a temple to ancient gods? A burial ground for royalty? A center for spiritual pilgrimage? The truth is, it was likely all of these things and more. It was the heart of its people's world. Despite all our modern technology and scientific analysis, the full story of Stonehenge remains locked within its silent stones. It's a testament to the ingenuity, determination, and spiritual depth of our ancient ancestors. They left us a monumental riddle that continues to capture our imagination, reminding us that there are still great mysteries hidden in the pages of history. We're heading to the heart of Turkey to uncover the secrets of one of humanity's very first urban experiments, the ancient settlement of Catalıyık. Get ready to have your mind blown by how people lived nearly 10,000 years ago. So what exactly is Catalıyık? Imagine a bustling community thriving around 7500 BCE. That's more than 4,000 years before the Great Pyramids of Giza were built. This isn't just a handful of huts. It's considered one of the world's oldest and best-preserved Neolithic settlements. A true proto-city that offers an unparalleled glimpse into the dawn of civilization. It's located in the Konya Plain of central Turkey, a region that was incredibly fertile back then, making it the perfect spot for our ancestors to transition from a nomadic hunter-gatherer lifestyle to a more settled agricultural one. Now, here's where things get really fascinating. Forget everything you know about traditional city layouts. At Catalıyık, there were no streets, no alleyways, no front doors. So how did people get around? They walked on the roofs. The houses were built huddled together, made from mud brick and timber, forming a massive honeycomb-like structure. The only way to enter a home was through a hole in the roof, climbing down a ladder. This unique design likely served as a brilliant defense mechanism against wild animals and potential intruders. It also fostered an incredibly close-knit community, where your neighbor's roof was literally your walkway. Can you imagine popping over to a friend's house by just climbing down their ceiling? It's a completely different way of thinking about public and private space. Inside these homes, archaeologists have discovered a world rich with culture and symbolism. The interiors were surprisingly complex, often with multiple rooms for different activities like cooking, crafting, and sleeping. They had built-in platforms, hearths, and ovens. But what's truly captivating are the walls. Many were plastered and then decorated with stunning murals. These paintings depict wild animals like bulls and leopards, hunting scenes, and even geometric patterns that might hold a deeper, forgotten meaning. It's like an ancient art gallery, giving us direct insight into what was important to these people, their relationship with nature, their fears, and their triumphs. It shows that the human desire to create and express ourselves is as old as civilization itself. Beyond the art, Catalıyık reveals so much about the social and spiritual lives of its inhabitants. There's strong evidence of early religious beliefs. Elaborately decorated bull skulls, known as bucrania, were often mounted on walls, suggesting they held significant ritual importance. Perhaps the most personal and intimate discovery is their burial practices. The people of Catalıyık buried their dead directly under the floors of their homes. This wasn't a sign of disrespect, quite the opposite. It suggests a powerful connection to their ancestors, keeping them physically close to the family even after death. This practice tells us a lot about their concepts of family, lineage, and the afterlife. It was a way of ensuring the continuity of the household, with generations literally layered on top of each other. Catalıyık wasn't just a place to live. It was a center of innovation. We see evidence of early agriculture, with the cultivation of wheat, barley, and peas. They domesticated sheep and goats, but also continued to hunt wild animals. This mix of farming and foraging shows a society in transition, mastering new skills while holding on to old traditions. The artifacts found here are incredible, beautifully crafted pottery, obsidian tools and mirrors traded from hundreds of miles away, and even small stylized figurines that some believe represent mother goddesses or fertility figures. This settlement was a hub of activity, trade, and creativity. So, Catalıyık stands as a powerful testament to human ingenuity and our deep-seated need for community. It shows us that thousands of years ago, people were already tackling the complex challenges of urban living, creating art, developing spiritual beliefs, and building a society from the ground up, or in this case, from the roofs down. It's a reminder that the story of our civilization is written in the earth, in places like this, waiting to be rediscovered. Imagine stepping back in time, not just by a few centuries, but by over 5,500 years. Forget the pyramids, forget Stonehenge for a moment. Today, we're traveling to the remote, windswept Orkney Islands of Scotland to uncover a true wonder of the ancient world, the Nap of Howard. This isn't just a pile of old rocks. This is the oldest preserved stone house in all of Northern Europe. It's a place where you can literally walk in the footsteps of our Neolithic ancestors. Built around 3600 BCE, these two structures have withstood millennia of Atlantic storms, silently holding the secrets of a long-lost community. So who lived here? Archaeologists believe the Nap of Howard was home to an early farming community. These weren't just primitive shelters. The people who built this home were sophisticated. They were farmers, cultivating barley and wheat. They were herders, raising cattle, sheep, and pigs. And they were hunters and fishers, taking full advantage of the rich resources the land and sea provided. Let's take a closer look at the houses themselves. The walls are incredibly thick, built using a technique called dry stone walling, where stones are carefully layered without any mortar to hold them together. This ingenious design provided insulation against the harsh Orcadian weather. You can still see the low doorways that connected the two buildings, one likely serving as the main house and the other as a workshop or a secondary living space. Step inside, and you'll find something truly remarkable: stone furniture. Think about that for a second. These ancient people built their own cupboards, partitions, and hearths right into the structure of their home, all from stone. It's an incredible testament to their resourcefulness and desire for a comfortable, organized living space. They created a home, a sanctuary against the wild world outside. Picture the scene: a family gathered around the central hearth, the fire crackling, providing warmth and light. The smell of a simple stew cooking, the sound of stories being shared as the wind howls outside. This wasn't just survival. This was life. They had social structures, they had culture, and they had a deep connection to their island home. The discovery of finely crafted pottery and tools made from bone and flint further paints a picture of a skilled and thriving community. What's amazing is how the Nap of Howard connects us directly to these ancient people. It wasn't a grand tomb for a king or a temple for the gods. It was a home. A place for family, for work, for life. Standing here, you can feel the pulse of that ancient life. It makes you wonder about their daily joys, their struggles, their hopes for the future. The site was preserved for thousands of years, buried under sand, until a storm in the 1920s revealed its existence. It's a powerful reminder that history is all around us, sometimes hidden just beneath our feet, waiting to be rediscovered. Visiting the Nap of Howard is more than just a history lesson. It's a deeply moving experience. It challenges our perceptions of the primitive past and shows us the enduring human spirit, our timeless need for community, shelter, and a place to call home. It's a genuine link to the dawn of settled life in this part of the world. So, if you're ever in Orkney, make sure you take the time to visit this incredible piece of human history. It's a journey that will stay with you long after you've left. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more amazing historical sites with me, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us bring more of these stories to you. Until next time, stay curious.